Well, hello, Glue Troopers. Max's Models here. I'm going to be out running around all day. I'm not going to get much building done, but I did want to put out a little video. First off, this picture was sent to me by a Glue Trooper who's getting his grandson involved in model building at an early age, and that's the way to get him. And of course, at the same time, I stumbled across this photo of Herr Dr. Ernst Haenkel showing what I assume is his grandson, this magnificent model of an HE 111. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's a downside to getting kids involved in models a little too young. I don't know. But man, that's a great looking model, though, isn't it? And it had to be handmade in their shop. I have no idea. I assume it's carved out of wood. But I saw that picture. You're a model builder when you look at a picture like this, and the first thing you think is, I want that model. By the way, while I was doing a little research, I stumbled onto the fact I didn't realize this, but Haenkel actually flew the very first rocket-powered aircraft. It was never operational. We always think of the Messerschmitt 163 Comet, but Haenkel actually flew the first one in the 30s, as well as the first jet. So, what do you know? And the Blue Trooper sent me some pictures of his workstation. It's always nice to see the dedicated area where all these great models get made. I also got sent a question by somebody. They sent me a picture of this Aurora M8E2, and I did not appreciate how rare this kit was. And he asked me, would you buy it and would you build it? And I was like, I'd probably buy it. I doubt I'd build it, but that got me curious, so I did a little digging, and I was shocked at how expensive these things were. And this kit first came out in the 50s, and the original box art kind of reminded me of the cover of the old Mars Patrol comic books or graphic novels. But the thing stayed in production off and on up through the 70s. And what really stunned me was, despite the fact that it has stayed in production, even the repops are kind of silly expensive. Originally, he was asking $900 for this original one, or at least what he says an original one. But I have to point something out. The first ones were just the motor tractor, the munitions carrier, the tractor. Apparently, it's the lacrosse version that's super expensive. They weren't made for very long because the Army never adopted that program. Those unfamiliar with lacrosse, it was a precision-guided missile program that, again, doing a little research, I did not realize was actually started by the Marine Corps for their need for precision artillery or to assist with precision artillery. Anyway, it eventually, for a lot of reasons, it was developed by the Navy's Bureau of Ordnance, but Congress decided the Army would handle all short-range missiles, so they got handed off the program. They actually did get it fielded for about 5 years, but it never really worked right. Though, let me say, I won't say it never really worked right. It actually turned out to be extremely accurate. It could reliably hit within 2.5 meters of a target. The problem was it was easy to jam the signal. And it is named for the game lacrosse because they fire the missile and then it's picked up by a radar and then it's tracked, and then a forward area Jeep picks the signal up and it gets passed forward to the Jeep controller who flies it into the target, like passing forward in lacrosse. So that's how it got its name. And of course, the truck is the way it was deployed. There's several companies made the model of it. I have one. In fact, I have some of the original artwork for the Revell box art on my shelf. One of the comps, the comprehensives that were done before the actual box art was finished. Sorry, I didn't mean to go rambling off about the lacrosse rocket. But anyway, these M8 carriers have stayed expensive. The M8E2 with the lacrosse missile, again, which was never fielded, appears to be one of the holy grail kits for a lot of people. Originally, this gentleman was asking $900 for it. It's now down to $800. But like I say, I was really shocked at how expensive even the repops are. Now, this is not to be confused with the Revell 1:40 scale M4 high-speed tractor. The M8 was a post-war design. The M4 served during World War II. And the Aurora kit's in 1:48 scale, and of course the Revell kit in 1:40. But anyway, that was just something I thought was worth sharing. I thought you guys might find a little interest in that. And one final thing, somebody sent me this off of Facebook and about building with a theme, and I was like, how did I not think of this? That's great. Model of the Red Baron with his triplane and Tom Daniels' Red Baron car and his, he dressed up the Rommel's Ride, which I know they're off scale, but it's a cool theme. I love that. That is awesome to whoever did that. I'll put the link to the Facebook page down below. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I'm from America. America is the land of great ideas. How did I think of that? And in parting, one last little thing. Here's your mystery photo of the day. What I will tell you is two things. This was about 1977, and the lesson to be taken away from this photograph is if you're going to put museum aircraft on display, you should really have the plexiglass that seals off the cockpit go all the way to the floor. And all that that implies. I know nothing. I admit nothing. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later. And as always, model on. Okay, here's one for $10. I mean, looks like it's been started, but $10. Just saying.